A Filipino scoliosis patient travels to Taiwan to receive surgery thanks to Tzu Chi's assistance. DaAi Technology opens the 9th eco-concept store at the Humanitarian Center in Taiwan. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Marilee Shoda. Thank you for joining us. On August 21st, scoliosis sufferer Regine League from Bohol Islands of the Philippines arrived at the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital in Taiwan. Initial examinations indicate her condition to be more severe than anticipated. However, with the experience of the medical doctors, the success of the surgery to straighten her back is highly anticipated. 21-year-old Regine League has had severe scoliosis since young. With her parents divorced, she has learned to sell handmade snacks to make ends meet.
We didn't think Regine's body would turn out like this. My brother was born normal, and so was I. We try hard to help her. We rely on one another.
Regine's sister is always by her side, as Regine cannot lift heavy things or climb up high and is easily tired.
We have a neighbor who told us her son's sickness was plaguing her until she went to Tzu Chi for assistance.
In 2013, when a 7.2 earthquake struck Bohol Island, Tzu Chi began their care for local residents. Subsequently, this connection also led to Regine's medical journey in Taiwan. 8 in the morning, Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital Superintendent Dr. Zhao Youcheng and orthopedic doctor Zhen Xiaozu both took time to visit their special guest from the Philippines.
Because we have a busy, yeah.
According to initial diagnosis, Regine has premature scoliosis of unknown causes. In the past, the hospital has treated some 30 cases like it, which also has a curvature of over 100 degrees. Though Regine's situation poses some challenges, the doctors don't feel it's a problem.
From
the initial X-ray, her curvature isn't something that can't be corrected. However, we need further analysis on some parts, and afterward, we will come up with a treatment plan suitable for her. I don't think her problem is unsolvable.
9 years ago, Regine's back began to curve. It was very troublesome in high school, to the point of her clothes unable to fit her, and her heart functions were affected. After the report by the Manila Tzu Chi volunteers, the young girl was transferred to the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital for treatment. With a heart of gold, Regine sheds tears of gratitude and joy knowing Tzu Chi is helping her.
Everyone's detailed care for me has moved me. I'm truly touched by the love and care that has been shown me, especially from Master Jing Yan and all of the Tzu Chi volunteers.
Papasalamat po ako kay Master Jing Yan, lalo na po sa Tzu Chi.
Philippine Tzu Chi volunteer Joseph Ko looked for doctors locally without avail. Thus, he was glad to hear Dr. Zhen taking so much care to explain the medical problem.
The meeting this morning has given her confidence because so many people came to visit and ask after her. It's not only her that's moved, I'm emotional as well.
Regine will be scheduled for CT scans, lung capacity testing, and anesthesia assessments before commencing on her surgical procedure. Hasina has lived a difficult life since she was young, as her father abandoned the family and her mother remarried. She was then left in the care of relatives, and it was not until the age of 15 did she start to go to school. With the assistance from Tzu Chi, she graduated from college and obtained a degree in early childhood education. On the day of the graduation ceremony for Tzu Chi scholarship recipients, she spoke on behalf of the graduates to encourage others like her to not give up.
The graduation ceremony for Tzu Chi scholarship recipients is held at the Jinsi Hall in the Philippines. At this occasion, 26-year-old Hasina speaks on behalf of the graduate.
I'm the first one who graduates from college in my family.
Compared with other graduates of the sensation, she is older because she was only a 6th grader when she was 19. She is always the oldest student in her class.
After class, I was always the last student who left school because I usually heard the parents who came to pick up their children talk about my age, and they wonder why I still went to school since I was this old.
Hasina has lived a difficult life because her American father abandoned the family and her mother remarried. She had been staying at her relative's home since young until she had the ability to earn money and go to school.
I also have a dream and I want to be self-reliant. I told myself that I want to study hard and become the pride of my family. I have to study hard in order to see my father.
Despite the peculiar look from others, she did part-time job while also studying. This later allowed her to study at a college. Tzu Chi's scholarships also reduced the burden of her life and helped her obtain the degree in early childhood education.
Surprise kami.
We were surprised to know that she lives a difficult life. It is not easy for her to graduate from college.
Having the experience of taking care of her younger classmates, she was able to find a job serving as a preschool teacher. Now she has only one wish.
After finishing my studies, I only have one wish. I hope I can go to Taiwan someday to express gratitude to Master Zheng Yan in person.
Recently, Tzu Chi volunteers from the Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter began their home visitations for Happy Campus Scholarship recipients. As the family visits got underway in Selangor, a counselor from the Suri Serdang Junior High also joined the Tzu Chi volunteers. Tzu Chi volunteers from the Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter are starting their Happy Campus Scholarship home visitations once more, and Chen Chai Kun, a junior high counselor, is along for the journey. Though Mrs. Chen is busy with schoolwork, she made time to organize the students' name list in hopes to better understand each student's family life.
I wanted to see for myself this home visitation process. As a teacher, I think it's important to do so. For me, I don't want to see this charity funding go to waste.
The parents can see the teacher, the school, and Tzu Chi's efforts. It's really something everyone comes together to do to help children become better and improve.
After the visit with each family, Chen walks away with deep inspirations.
These people at the bottom of society are sometimes forgotten by us because we can't see them and we don't know what their life is like. I'm happy and grateful I came along with Tzu Chi to witness this myself. Seeing these children gave me a sense of responsibility that I want to help them.
The Happy Campus program needs the cooperation of three parties: the school, family, and the volunteers, to ensure students with financial difficulties can continue their education with ease. As when they are in the program, it is not only financial support that's given, but spiritual support as well. In Taiwan, a groundbreaking ceremony was held on August 21st for the construction of the Dali Jingsi Hall. Schools nearby and Dali District Office also sent people to attend the event and look forward to the completion of the Jingsi Hall so they can interact better with Tzu Chi volunteers.
With prayers from Tzu Chi volunteers, Dali Jingsi Hall officially began construction. It is estimated that the work will take 2 years.
The master has been using 50 years of her life and wisdom to trot in this mundane world, and we should take up the work in the future.
The land is nearly 99 acres big. Next to it is the Dali Software Park, a place with much industrial and commercial development.
Perhaps people are agitated, so having a religious place at this place can bring the public some peace.
Staff of the Youth Senior High School also look forward to the establishment of Dali Jingsi Hall because they interact with Tzu Chi volunteers often.
We hope to use Tzu Chi's strength to make our students learn about gratitude and paying back to society.
As the Dali Jingsi Hall starts construction, Tzu Chi volunteers vow that they can use it to invite more people to join them to do good deeds.
The rapid growth of the Indonesian economy can be attributed to the country's ethnic Chinese community, who sit atop the economic pyramid. In 1998, when tensions rose between the ethnic Chinese and local Indonesians, riots occurred, with Chinese businesses destroyed. After these riots, many of the remaining third and fourth generation Chinese felt a strong need to seek racial harmony and balance in the country. This new approach would ultimately help them overcome the dangers of racial discrimination and prejudice.
With more than 10,000 islands and a population of 250 million, along with abundant natural resources, Indonesia has become a popular place for investors. During the Suharto regime, there was a saying, although the Chinese population accounts for only 3% of the Indonesian population, it controls the economy of the whole country. For decades, the economic status of Chinese in Indonesia was unwavering, and in 2016, of Indonesia's 10 richest people, 8 are ethnic Chinese. In the past, Chinese bosses were very strict in treating their workers. These long-term economic circumstances and disparity led to unease at the grassroots level, which led to riots against Chinese in 1998. Indonesians expressed frustration with ethnic Chinese, with no Taiwanese factory being spared.
They poured gasoline and tried to burn the factory. The guard of my factory is also the village chief, came out and said, "Take whatever you want, just don't burn the factory." Luckily, my driver took our truck and SUV and parked it where Indonesians live, otherwise it would be gone.
His staff convinced him to stay in Indonesia. After riots against the Chinese and the Asian financial crisis, some 20 years of hardship have led this Taiwan businessman and his staff to encounter many hardships.
I spoke directly about it. I say they are like my brothers and sisters. My driver has been with me 22 years and his son wants to go to college this year. He did not hesitate to sell the motorcycle to pay his son's tuition fees. I would like to provide scholarships so that these children can go to college.
This exists for a long time, starting during my father's time.
Factories provide us with water 24 hours a day. From morning to night, it can be used.
Not all factories are like them by providing water to the people.
Residents are discussing the factory boss Lil Yi-chen, who came to Indonesia in 2000 to take over his family business. He's a first-generation businessman who puts public service as his ultimate goal.
What we take from the society, we should try to give back. We need water as it is a basic necessity. And having our factory, there are some basic needs.
As the second generation of this business, Lil Yi-chen had new concepts about actively promoting environmental awareness. On this bulletin board, he shows his staff better practices to be more environmentally conscious.
Indonesians have some bad habits. While their home is very clean, all of their rubbish is frequently discarded outside in ditches. This is one reason why heavy rains can lead to flooding. I instill this concept in them and want to create this idea so as to educate the next generation.
Seeing the industrial development of Indonesia, overseas Taiwanese businessman Gao Yichang established the Formosa Technology Center in 2016. His aim for the center was to train staff in the use of industrial equipment and carry out technology transfer. In short, he wants to share Taiwan's experience.
Our Taiwanese machinery industry is ranked 4th in the world, so we have created a very good environment and naturally our teachers must be very good.
Compared to the general school lectures, classes in this technology center allow students the chance to operate equipment, including 3D design.
During class, if we could become involved and directly operated these machines, it would be easier for us to understand the content of the teacher's instruction.
Going to this vocational school means that right after graduation, one can go to work in a factory.
Taiwan businessmen want to cultivate local talent, but most students have no way to pay tuition fees. So for this, Gao Yichang sought out Taitra and the Industrial Development Bureau to provide subsidies. Tuition is set at about $2,000 with students only required to pay half of it, with a semester lasting 430 hours. After passing a test, they are given a certificate for their training.
Now Indonesia's technology level is about where Taiwan was 30 years ago. I went to a factory and saw that they generally only have machine operators. They don't understand some of the requirements of precision processing.
In May of this year, 6 people received C-level licensing. The center also helps students who successfully complete their courses find jobs in the local industry, which was the initial goal of Gao Yichang, who founded this center.
If they use Taiwan machinery and equipment to train, they will naturally want to buy Taiwanese machinery. The Indonesian government has also been very good and cooperative because the Indonesian government does not have this type of system. After we set it up, the Indonesian government can also use such a system to become the basis of their industrial development.
After a period of turmoil, ethnic Chinese have ingratiated themselves into Indonesian society. Despite a turbulent period with many ups and downs, a road paved with love and compassion has led to a friendship across different races and has helped create a more harmonious and prosperous society.
DaAi Technology recently held a grand opening ceremony for its 9th eco-concept store at the Tzu Chi Humanitarian Center in Taipei. All of the products in the store are made from recyclables, as the goal of the store aims to promote environmental protection.
With everyone's blessings, DaAi Technology hosts a grand opening ceremony for its 9th eco-concept store on the first floor of Tzu Chi Humanitarian Center in Taipei.
By establishing this store here, we are able to promote Master Zheng Yin's teachings of compassion and giving, and even raise the awareness of environmental protection.
Recycling is not only a slogan, but we actually practice it in our daily life. DaAi Technology helps us make our uniform, including my suit, which is also made by recycling volunteers. I wear it to let everyone know that we are a mobile charity group.
It is quite meaningful choosing to establish this store at the center, as it provides a place for people to cleanse their minds and purify their spirits. One can see the idea of recycling in this small space, where shoes, socks, bags, caps, casual and formal clothes are available for customers to purchase.
We hope these eco-friendly products can replace the products that people normally use to help protect the planet.
This glass wall shows that the plastic bottles can be turned into clothes and accessories. Since the establishment of DaAi Technology 9 years ago, recycling volunteers have collected more than 50 million plastic bottles so far. All of these recyclables were later made into eco-friendly products.
那你只要有下载我们大爱感恩的 APP 呢，那打开我们这个 VLC 的功能，它很快的就可以读取背后的故事。
One can use mobile phones to point at the bright billboard or any products and scan it to obtain related information.
If we want to scan the QR code, we must be very close to the products. However, if we use VLC, then we won't need to be as close. As long as it is detectable with the lights, it can be scanned even more than 5 meters away to show the messages and significance of the products.
This eco-friendly store has been holding the belief of protecting the environment and cherishing treasures for almost 10 years. It is hoped that more people will join to protect Mother Earth in the future.
He Zhishen, director of Tzu Chi's Department of Humanitarian Development, went to Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter in Malaysia for an open dialogue with the local media professionals. By doing so, he hopes the media industry can expand the power of goodness to make society a better place.
He Zhishen, director of Tzu Chi's Department of Humanitarian Development, is in Malaysia for a dialogue with the local media professionals.
I hope the media can find a common goal of goodness and support it, and a system that supports serving and helping others and is built upon social goodness. It's like what the Master said, purifying people's mind, harmonizing the society, and the world is peaceful.
In this dialogue with the title, Power of Common Goodness, everyone brainstorms to discuss how the media can use its positive power at the age of fast information.
The rise in the internet media has also included news with adult content. Then, as the media companies are competing against each other, they don't check carefully or are not good enough with maintaining the value of goodness. After hearing from Dr. He, we knew that the media people can play a major role, and that is to promote the good value, the value of goodness, and we can change the world bit by bit.
Everyone here is from Malaysia's media sector. I feel if we can spread or broadcast good information and concepts, we can criticize less and do more good deeds, and we can advance them further. Basically, I feel it's something we all need.
Besides reporting on the correct information, the media can also promote wholesome programs and purify the viewers' minds, harmonizing the society.
Tzu Chi Kindergarten in Penang recently held its sports day for the 10th year. This kindergarten was influenced by the Beijing 2008 Olympic Games to hold such an event. Teachers of this kindergarten believe that this special day can help improve children's physical and mental health, as well as inspire their sportsmanship.
We started to hold regular sports day in our kindergarten after the Beijing 2008 Olympic Games. At that time, we thought the Olympic spirit is very good, so we have been trying to promote the spirit of sport in our kindergarten.
Children should move in physical activity for at least 3 hours per day. Not 3 hours per week.
We can check to see the reference provided by the government to learn what kind of physical development that young children need. The games that we're planning to design can be suitable for 4, 5, and 6-year-old children.
Pitching and pouring water can train children's hand-eye coordination, while squeezing the sponge and grabbing the ball helps develop their smaller muscles. Movements such as pushing, pulling, and jumping help build bigger muscles. On this sports day, children can not only exercise their physique, but they also have the chance to interact with their parents.
We found that if we can invite the parents to the sports day to accompany our children, we believe that will be the best gift for the children.
It's good to have strong, secure relationship between parents and children for optimal child development, particularly socio-emotional development.
The kindergarten has held the sports day for the 10th year. The main goal of this activity never changes, as it maintains to help improve children's physical and mental health.
At the end of the program, we joined Tzu Chi volunteers in Keelung as they host a ceremony honoring the auspicious 7th lunar month, which began on August 22nd. Everyone comes together to pray for blessings for all. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.